Looking for a prime location for your business? Then wait no longer. Belvoir Plaza and now the new Eastdale Family Center, located right next to Eastdale Family Dentistry, is the place for your business. So if you are a barber or hairstylist looking for a great location, please join our family at 423-826-1502 and ask for Penny, and she will be glad to help you out. Today is a very, very inspirational program. This is a program about the next generation. My son at my left hand, Dr. Thomas Rumpf III. He's go by Trey Rumpf. You may have seen him a couple of weeks ago in Chattanooga Free Press. He's here talking about his business. Of course, a friend of mine, and he is Junior L. Chapman, another local business person. He will be talking about his business, and Harrell Bush, who is a local barber, but he'll be talking about the business that he is in. So we have three young single black guys, and we are going to be, well, one that's married there, Mr. Bush. We are going to be talking about business today. Let's start out by saying good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? This is Trey Rumpf.
Good morning. How are you doing? This is Harrell Bush.
And this is Ace Chapman.
Well, I think we're going to first start with my son. First, well, we're going to just go by Trey. Well, what high school did you attend?
Well, here in Chattanooga, I attended Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences.
Okay, and what college did you finish up at?
I finished up at Mercer University in Atlanta, Georgia.
And moving right along, and you are what career are you in?
Okay, and at Mercer University, I got my Doctor of Pharmacy. So right now, I practice pharmacy with CVS.
Okay, and many, many years ago, we had a long conversation about being a Rumpf and what it meant. And I'm the third generation owning my own business, which is Eastdale Family Dentistry. And of course, I'm in quite a few other businesses. And I talked to him about the importance of owning your own business. And so today we are going to talk about the business that my son is in. First, where did you get your money to start your business? Because a lot of people think that I have a lot of money, which is not really the case. And so he had to do a little struggling, too, like a lot of people that's listening to my program. So share with the community, how did you first come about the business, the opportunity that where your business? Tell us where your business located first.
Okay, I'm the owner of a balloon factory. It's located at 4415 Brainerd Road. It's right there in the Brainerd United Methodist parking lot, and it's been a staple in the community for 25 plus years. And I was able to acquire it with a minority partner. And so how we were able to do that is through some special owner financing to where we didn't have to put up all the money up front, but it's a type of payment plan that allows for somebody who's interested in getting into business that doesn't have a lot of capital up front to be able to do that.
Okay. So how did you even come by a business like this? I don't recall ever seeing you there buying balloons. I mean, did you did you know the owner, or I mean, did you drive by and you thought that this looked interesting, or what?
Well, it's pretty interesting how it happened. Actually, I'm also involved with a business broker company, which Ace Chapman will probably talk to you a little bit more about that. But it's one of the things that kind of came across the table as a investment opportunity. And so I looked at it, went in the store, talked to the owners. I had, of course, known about it since I've been in Chattanooga all my life. And once we saw exactly how the business worked, I thought it would be a great opportunity to invest in. And so I took the leap and jumped in.
How does this work out? Number one, you work 40 hours as a pharmacist. Where do you find time to have two businesses?
Interesting question. I get that a lot from my patients at CVS, as well as whenever people see me in the store. But generally, the way I like to run this is I also manage a CVS pharmacy, so I'm responsible for a lot of the metrics and everything that's going on with my pharmacy. But on my spare time, whenever I'm off, I'm usually managing the inventory, the employees, different marketing strategies that we're trying to do through Facebook, Twitter. We've got a website that we've started. So really, it's just like in a lot of my downtime, I try to put a lot of that energy into the business instead of, I guess, just lounging around.
Oh, okay. So, in other words, that kind of keeps you out of trouble, right?
There's no time for trouble.
So, you mentioned owner financing. Was this guy desperate, or kind of tell us a little bit about owner financing? How is it that you find a business? How do you find a seller willing to take a risk, especially on somebody like you, to owner finance something?
Yeah, well, I had a lot of things going for me. Of course, I've got great credit, a very secure financial income in my business as a pharmacist. So when I went into the business, the owner was actually looking to move out of the city. So he was trying to make this deal happen quickly. And so what we decided to do is become a little bit creative in terms of how we were going to go about the our approach to buying this business. And what we set up is almost like a payment plan, whereas the owner then becomes the loanee or the bank, and I'm paying basically back towards the owner for the purchase price. So what actually happens is, instead of me going out to a bank, the owner decides to take that upon himself, and we pay them monthly until the sales price is met.
Okay. At this point, we're going to move to one of our commercials, one of our sponsors, and we'll get a little bit more into the financing of the business. Thank you.
Have you been waiting for a prime location for your business? Belvoir Plaza is the place for your business. One of our units has hardwood floors and is completely finished and is ready to be occupied. You'll be surrounded by the best hairstylists, nail salons, and barbers in town. Please bring your business into a prime location by calling 423-826-1502 and ask for Penny. Start your new business in the prime location right on Brainerd Road. Call 423-826-1502. Belvoir Plaza, 3913 Brainerd Road. Tell them that Dr. Thomas Rump sent you.
Now back to Aspire Dental and Medical 60-Minute Connection with your host, Dr. Thomas Rump, here on Groove 93.
Okay, at this point, kind of tell me a little bit more so about your business and exactly what do your business do? And why is this called the Balloon Factory?
Okay. Well, originally the business started out with the original owner. He was selling balloons out of a very, very small building, and they would just do like balloons and bouquets, and they would go to different businesses and homes. And he actually had like a costume that he would dress up in and sing songs and stuff to the people. But his vision got a little bit bigger when he acquired a costume company. And so now what we do is we sell costumes, things for events such as table covers, placemats, plates, cups, napkins, silverware, all in like paper or plastic. And one thing that sets that apart from the things that you can get like at Party City or Walmart is that the quality of the stuff that we sell there is just a quality that you can't get in any of those other places. And we also have costumes. That's a huge seller, of course, around Halloween. But we also get customers from our local churches and schools that are putting on plays and that type of thing. And we try to make that easily accessible for them in case they need to rent or even like purchase these items. And another thing that we're starting to break into right now is the wedding scene. And we've got we've got a florist on staff, Lisa, and we just actually finished our first wedding a week ago, and we were able to furnish all the flowers and the main staples for or the main bouquet for the actual event. And a lot of people were very surprised that that product was coming from Balloon Factory. So we actually do make a very quality flower presentation that we can provide to that community. And one thing we're looking to do is to try to create like packages for weddings as well as for birthdays, so people can just come in and get everything that they would need for a small wedding. So we're trying to make an affordable package so that people who want to do something small scale can have something nice, but something that's going to be affordable as well.
Tell us about the article that was in the Chattanooga Free Press. I thought it was very impressive.
Yeah, so this article, it all stemmed from last year when I bought the business. We were very low on capital, which we needed to get the inventory for one of the biggest seasons of the year, which was Halloween. So I was able to. I work closely with a CEO out of New Orleans. His name's Chanchel Gumta, which he was mentioned in the article, and he represents Rebirth Financial. And what they do is they allow anyone to be able to get a low interest loan, of course, based off of that person's credit. And it's very quick. You can get that money within like a week or so. It goes through the processes of underwriting and everything else, so everything is legitimate. They make sure that the risk and stuff that they're taking are going to be legitimate risks. And so I was able to get that money in just in time for Halloween, and that allowed for us to meet the customer demand at that time.
Yes. How does this differ from the bank?
So how it differs is that, for one, the banks are just having a hard time lending a lot of that stuff just because of the trouble that they've been in here recently. And so these outlets, like Rebirth Financial, they allow you to go on there, put a business plan together, submit that down to the underwriters, and they're able to, I guess the best way to say is that they're a little bit more flexible in terms of your accessibility to that type of funding. So I think it's a really good thing for a lot of like local businesses to like look into. And also it also allows your local community to reinvest into that business, because all this money can be coming from that local community.
Also, you mentioned the point about that if you didn't want to invest in real estate, and if you did not want to put your money in the bank and draw like 1% interest rate or whatever, or sometime a nickel on a dollar, that you can invest in this kind of, what is this, a program or an institution or what? Whereas you can get a higher return?
Yeah, it's more like an institution. I wouldn't say it's a program. It's actually it's a company. So it's an online source to where you can go online and either be a lender or a borrower. And just like he just said, if you were to go to a bank, more than likely on your savings account, you're going to get less than 1% return on it. CDs right now at around 3 or 4%. But if you decide that you wanted to be a actual person who wanted to lend to a business like mine, you'd be able to see a return of at least 8 to 12%.
Wow.
So it's a avenue for people who want to become lenders as well as reinvest in their community. And another nice thing about it is that, like, if you were to become a lender and invest in my business, you can see what I'm doing in the community with your money.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot better to be able to actually walk into the doors of a place that you actually have some stake in.
Could you give the email address or the phone number or ways that you can get in touch with this institution that you are talking about?
Yeah, I think Ace will probably go into a little bit more, but you can go to Rebirth Financial right now, rebirthfinancial.com, and you can look and see exactly how everything works. That's probably going to be